What's up, witches? I'm here with Pyewacket in the land of 1,000 fans. Hello, Pyewacket. Where are you, my lad? There you are. Hello, Pyewacket. Thank you so much for visiting today, my sweet boy. It's Monday. Zero makeup because it's Monday, but I have something really awesome to share with you on this very humid Monday. And it's a new release. Yee-hee! And you already know what it is because you saw the video title. But surprise! It's the Oracle of the Sacred Horse. And I've been waiting. I have been waiting and waiting for this one to be released because it just looks absolutely stunning. Kathy Pike, Lori Prindle. This is a Blue Angel release. The artwork is by Lori Prindle. 41 cards and 144-page full-color guidebook set. Same thing there. Ride higher planes of harmony and connection. As well as offering honest and supportive responses to your questions, this oracle will deepen your kinship with the horse spirits so you can be enlivened by their freedom, grace, power, and agility, and feel these qualities reawaken in you unbridled. Kathy Pike is an energy healer and coach whose affinity with horses makes her a unique channel for their collective wisdom. The messages in this exquisitely illustrated set come direct from the horse spirits to show you who you are through their eyes and gently nudge you to find liberty in your strengths and confidence in your instincts. Come home to your body, heart, and authenticity, forever changed by your encounters with Oracle of the Sacred Horse. I had to jump up and get some water, so of course Pyewacket left. My lad. So let's go in. And this was released, this is $28.95 in the US. And it was released just at the beginning of June. Ooh, nice dark color in there. And the Sacred Blue Angel piece o' paper. Here's the guidebook, nice sized guidebook. Ride higher planes of harmony and connection. Just look at the artwork. Pardon me. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's check the book a little bit. We have introduction. The emergence of the horse spirits, how to use the Oracle of the Sacred Horse, and then we have all the cards about the author, about the artist. Let's look at about those two first, and then we will look at the introduction. I'm not going to read this entire thing for each of them, but we have a pretty extensive bio on both. Kathy Pike is a teacher, coach, artist, nature lover, and new thought leader. She's the author of Life Lessons from the Heart of Horses, How Horses Teach Us About Relationships and Healing, Horse Spirits Speak on Love, Presence, and Harmony in a Chaotic World, also available in Polish. That's a little random. Hope from the Heart of Horses, How Horses Teach Us About Presence, Strength, and Awareness, available in Dutch, and Pathways to a Radiant Self, a Journey of Growth and Discovery with the Chakras. She's an advocate for equine intelligence. She founded the Academy for Coaching with Horses, and she runs programs through that. Her diverse approach to accessing human potential has grown from her practice as a massage therapist, energy healer, and life coach. All right, her life experiences have also created a perfect foundation for her spiritual journey with horses. She has spent extensive time running rivers, skiing, biking, and rock climbing the mountains of the West. She profoundly respects Mother Earth, the four elements, and all of life. Kathy enjoys her horses Corazon, Moon, and Diva, as well as painting and hiking in the forests of southern Colorado. Yes, my mouth is having a Monday as well. Lori Prindle was born and raised in the verdant landscapes of the Green Mountains of Vermont. When she was 6 years old, her Welsh grandmother, who was a talented painter herself, gave her a set of Japanese watercolors. That began Lori's lifelong passion of creating art. Animals, particularly the big cats and birds of prey, were her fascinations, and she wanted to be a wildlife painter when she grew up. She's been a professional artist since her teens and participated in many local and statewide art shows. She attended Parsons School of Design in New York City. She's owned and run her own design and illustration studio now for over 35 years. She loves horses too. It blossomed for the first time. Blossomed the first time she rode one over 30 years ago in Central Park in New York City. She moved to Colorado, where she now has a small ranch in '87 and bought her first Morgan horse. She and her husband have been the proud owners of 5 lovely Morgans over the years, with whom they've done everything from eventing, classical Spanish riding, ranch work, parades, Australian whip cracking exhibitions, experiencing the majestic beauty of Colorado on horseback, and more. They are her artistic muses and her best friends. Okay, you've come back, my lad. Oh, Pyewacket, I'm so happy. Thank you, baby. You're my good boy. So now he's going to smunch against my back. He just kind of schlumps into me. All right. Here, you want my hair on you? There we go, Pyewacket. Now, let's put the box to the side. All right, I want to see. We have for each card, we have the name, we have their title, we have a key phrase, and then we have extensive writing on each card. So there's a big section here which is just, free form, and then we have questions at the end. So I don't see like a concise keyword if you've drawn this card. Let's see. Okay, when that one shows up, it's time to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you have to kind of just look through if you want the short, pithy answer. Let's bust this open and let's set the horses free. So as some of you may or may not know, I'm ADHD, autistic, and ADHD, and with Pyewacket against my shoulders here, part of my attention is there. I don't want to make him leave because I'm trying to get him to do this since we've had him. But if I get a little distracted, that's why. And if it gets too distracting, I shall ask him to leave, but I don't want to. Although I've got hair in my nose. Oh, Pyewacket. All right, here we go. So look, the cards are landscape. As you could see in that one picture that I just looked at in the book, we've got landscape here. And I am also still struggling with a camera that doesn't really want to focus too well and does the pulsy thing. I will really try to keep an eye on what's going on when I get involved in cards and I forget to look at the monitor. I will try not to drive you crazy. So look at this beautiful back. Look at the absolutely exquisite artwork. Look at the light coming off of this horse. So you see there's no, upright or reversed. I do not know if the entire deck is in landscape, but what a refreshing change. And especially for horses, because if it were done portrait, we might have these tall images and a horse with a lot of sky and land at the bottom and top. But here, since horses are horizontal, what a great choice. And look at this one. Aren't they magnificent? Allegria, unveiling the feminine. So isn't she magnificent? Ascension, evolving insight. And thank you for the key phrase, because clearly these being illustrations of horses, they're really not including anything else that you can key in on for a meaning. But look how beautiful. Oh, okay. This is kind of I don't like, because when you've got cards that go one way or the other and you're trying to lay out a spread that looks nice, this can get in the way. But having said that, look at this horse. Black carbon. Embrace your secrets. just gorgeous. But see, I go to turn this now, and it's the wrong way. Black onyx. Go within for clarity. So look, we've got carbon, oh God, and onyx. Go within for clarity. Black pearl of wisdom, the great space holder. Very interesting names. The great space holder. I'm curious. I noticed that there are no numbers on the cards, but they are in alphabetical order as they are in the index or the table of contents. So it is easy to use because you have alphabetizing. All right, page 33. So the keywords for this card, Black Pearl of Wisdom, whose title is the Great Space Holder, the keywords are reverence, uniqueness, and neutrality. Very interesting. Black Pearl is an imposing being. His thick, wavy mane stretches nearly to the ground, while unusually long and elegantly flowing black hair or feathers adorn his fetlocks. I'm going to try to go quickly. Patient and quietly observant, he understands every horse, human, and creature of earth is divine and unique in style and desire. All right. Today, Black Pearl encourages you to see every living being as divinely unique, created for its purpose and expression. Each being has their own values, spiritual beliefs, and views about how to live. Remember not to take people's differences personally. Oh my God. Don't take people's differences personally. I want to have a huge banner made out of, made on that. Doing so can create feelings of sadness, rejection, or anger. And the last little paragraph says, tune into the ancient wisdom of Black Pearl to discover and honor reverence for all life. Learn to embrace your uniqueness in the divine expression of every living being. So space holder, yeah, holding space, that means allowing. What does holding space mean? Just allowing people to be who they are. All right. Black unicorn, a force to be reckoned with. Wow. The artwork is worthy of huge wall hangings. Blue-eyed unicorn, honor your unique qualities. Canyon dancer. Break free of old bonds. Uh-oh, I picked up two. The cardstock, by the way, is heavy. It's Blue Angel. Dark Angel, swift change is coming. I love all the black horses and the dark horses, and so beautiful. Elder Mother, between two worlds. I can see why they turned it, because this artwork is oriented this way. I wonder, though, rather than having a random card here and there that just kind of throws the orientation off, if they couldn't have created some new things to make it work. I don't know. Between two worlds is Elder Mother. And then look, I go like this and it's upside down. I don't like that. They did it wrong. Sorry. Where are you going, Biowackets? Where are you going? Where are you going, my lad? Oh, it's bath time. He's going to give me a bath now. He's going to bathe me now. Aren't you, my lad? Oh, you're such a good boy. I'm so glad he came up, because you guys don't get to see him that often. Enbar, the white mare. Travel to Tir na Nog. Enbar. Surprising it's not Epona. Encantada, beauty and light. Are you going, my lad? Are you going? Off you go. Whee! Beauty and light. And that's the one on the back. Fierce embodiment. Come home to your body. See, now that one could have been done portrait, but the mane is, I'm going to stop picking. Fiereza, resistance. I have to do the right-handed thing. Galloping collective, cohesive bonds. Gray horse at Singing Lake, insights from source. Just look. If nothing else, this is just a treat for your eyes. The images, even though, you know, there are fiery horses and there's a lot of motion and dynamism, they're still kind of restful to look at. Things aren't, you know, there aren't brash colors and high contrasts. They're all, you know, the backgrounds seem to be sort of in line with the color of the horse itself. So you could see like this dark horse with a really light background behind it, but that's not what they do. The horses sort of blend into their environment, and it's really beautiful. Oh crap, here we go. Guarchodour. Guarchodour, guardian of sacred space. Look at the leather fittings that this horse has. Kairos, the herald of light. Oh my goodness. So you see this dark, and it's like, I don't know, that looks like maybe the swipe of his hoof and the light coming in behind, and I love all the Pegasuses. Kindred spirits of harmony, trusting companionship. So soft, so tender. Lapis lazuli, building trust in relationships. Now, interesting that it's building trust in relationships, but it shows one horse. That's odd to me. Licorn horse, white, rose, and gold vibrations. Oh, they're so beautiful. Like I said, I want wall hangings. And here we have the cover. Maasai War Pony. Igniting inner boldness. So we've obviously had references to Celtic. We've had references to Native American cultures, First Nation cultures. And now we have Maasai, which is African. So even though we are not seeing humans depicted, there's still references to human cultures, and they're diverse. I appreciate that. And damn it, I keep thinking I've got this right. This card is broken, you guys. I can't make it. Oh my God. Thank you for witnessing my struggle out of Monday. Oh, okay, Night Traveler, wisdom in the shadows. Like I said, she just sort of lays these horses into their background. Stunning. Osiris, fertility and endings. Look at him. And he's a unicorn. And he's got Egyptian stuff on him. And he's got that fabulous curved neck. Oh my God. Pegasus, there we go. Inspiration taking flight. So we don't have a bunch of Pegasuses. We have a bunch of winged horses, one of which is Pegasus. Pleasurable partnerships, mutual exchange. So we've had several cards here about partnership and community. And I want to go back just a second to see, okay, kindred spirits, trusting companionship, but then lapis lazuli is about building trust. So now, see, in context of this card and this one, this is exchange, this is trusting. This one says building trust. So you're learning how to trust, which is on each individual in the relationship, and learning to be trustworthy. So now that's making more sense to me, that lone horse there. Prairie wind, swift movement to higher spirituality. Red mare in the wind. Listen to your emotions. Sacred circles. Respecting. Oh, I love this. Sacred circles respect the original people. Respect the original people. Let's see if I can do this right. I'm so confused, you guys. Okay, so I have this. You know, I got this. I guess I turn it this. These cards are fucking with me. There. These cards are fucking with me already, you guys. All right. Seretse, another unicorn. The clay, gosh, the clay that binds. Spirit of light, after the darkness. Look at the neck. Oh. Spirit of youth. Oh, bathing in flowers. No good, no bebe. Look how beautiful. It's almost photographic. I love. Look how sharp and focused this is, and then it fades in out of focus in the background. Look how beautiful this is. All right. Bathing in flowers. Summer breeze. Shift your energy. So. Tavi. This is looking a lot like Central America. Central South America. Aztec, Maya, that kind of thing. Transition and growth are before you. The wisdom of two, teachers of kindness and clarity. Thunder Mesa, moving through painful experiences. Oh my. Wow. Untamed spirit, brewing storm. White horse, return to your true nature. And there was another white horse in the beginning, a white mare. That was not Epona. Enbar, the white mare, travel to Tir na Nog, return to your true nature. Okay. Wild Rose, a message from Archangel Gabriel. Wow. I mean, we're like, woo-woo, darting around in all different cultures here. One thing I haven't seen is like Asian culture that I know of, that I've recognized. Winter's Heart, pausing on the journey. And then Winter's Rose, embody the energy of Kuan Yin. There it is. Now, got me out a charcoal. Let's fire it up and give this deck a blessing. I've never been very much involved with horses. When I was, I think, 5, my sister and I took, as far as I can remember, a riding lesson. It was probably several, on ponies, little tiny ponies. And I remember that. And I mean, I was so tiny and light. I was like this big around. I remember trotting and like almost bouncing out of that saddle. And then, you know, we'd go riding maybe half a dozen times through the years, and I've always loved it, and I used to have dreams of just like, you know, going on a horse. And of course every child dreams of having a pony, which I remember we lived in an apartment complex from like 1st to 7th grade, and my dad managed them, and we had this big garage, and I remember planning out in my head how I could keep a pony in that garage. So anyhow, let's get some sage lit. Thank you for hanging in here if you've come this far with my my sort of, oh, for God's sake. I'm just gonna let that burn out. My not manic Monday, but maybe messy Monday. Mumbly Monday? I don't know. A Monday where I'm clearly not in control of the universe. I mean, I never am. It's just brought home to me on a Monday like this because I'm just all over the place. So, by fire and air may you be purified and charged, by water and earth may you be blessed and made whole. And you know, I do have horsehair in my craft stuff, and I think I may have to either make something out of it or just put something in this box, something of horsehair in this box. I certainly am going to do that. And by the sound of the bell, let me get this box out of my way. May the spirit in you awaken, the spirit of the horse, the spirit of power and freedom. I mean, if you think about what life was like, you know, pre-automobile, pre-electricity, pre-any of it, pre-industrial anything, the power that the horse gave to be able to travel places, to be able to get somewhere and not take a month to do it, you know? And then guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, Epona in particular. The very first meditation I did when I was starting to study witchcraft with this one particular priestess, we went, you know, we did this visualization, and there was this big tree and in this big bubble sphere, and we were supposed to go and there would be a gift hanging on the tree for us, but I didn't get to the tree because a white mare busted in, and I'd never heard of Epona up to that point, but then I found out about her. So Epona, I invite your spirit in here, and guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your assistance with this deck. And every day of my life, in every way, I offer you fresh water and the fire of Azrael to awaken the spirit of divination. All right, let's try a shuffle. It's big. It's very wide. Difficult to get your hand around this way, but I can. Barely. Not bad. Not bad at all. In fact, quite good for such a wide deck. And I mean, when cards are longer than they are wide, they are bendier. So, but they do shuffle. We're going to do 3. They make neat sounds too. So, 3 souffles. Yeah, I kind of have to do that because I can't really pick them up to bridge. So that was fun. Anyway, we should like to know. And you know what I didn't see in this book? I did not see any spreads or any. Did we ever go to the introduction? We didn't. Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, let's look a little bit more at the book here. The introduction is just 1 page. Oracle of the Sacred Horse offers you guidance and wisdom from the horse spirits. Each card features an image of the horse who wishes to share its unique message with those who draw it. Like most oracle decks, Oracle of the Sacred Horse contains cards filled with positivity, light, and uplifting wisdom. It also includes cards that address more challenging transitions or circumstances. The deck balances thought-provoking wisdom and heartwarming insight to support you in the natural process of life's weightier, more complex situations. Horses are kind social creatures. They represent feminine energy and the igniting of creativity. They are also considered the totem animal for the expression of power. The card messages are channeled directly from the horse spirits, so the wisdom they share is from their point of view. I love that. This can differ from the human perspective. The horse spirit's mission is to return you home to your body, emotions, and heart, so you can lead a more harmonious life filled with confidence and gratitude. This deck supports you as you face challenges and come closer to that goal. All right. Then we have the emergence of the horse spirits. I've coached others through significant life transitions in careers, home life, or relationships for 30 years. All were with the motivation to live a more rewarding or joy-filled life. 10 years into my practice, I began partnering with horses. These majestic, generous, kind, and honest beings helped my clients cut through what didn't matter and discern what was true. They could then return home to their body, heart, and authenticity, forever changed by their encounter with a horse. Often it seemed like a voice was speaking through me while coaching. This also occurred when I was teaching groups to facilitate coaching sessions with horses. Students would frequently ask me to repeat what I had said. The task was usually tricky because a message could come through so quickly that I would not recall it in its entirety. I have this experience every time I read, more so sometimes than others. But if you're on a live stream with me and there's just like this ka-ching and stuff starts flowing out and I kind of go whoo at the end, it's because that a channel opened and those were not my words directly. They just come screaming through and I have to go back and watch to see what I said because I'm only hearing it for the first time as it comes out of my mouth. So I understand this. In time, I realized I was channeling the answers to my students' questions from the horses' perspectives, a greater collective knowledge within the energetic spiritual field in which they reside. That's wonderful. Horses are acoustic beings. They live instinctively, tuning into the vibrations around them, so to them, intentions speak louder than physical form. They allow their wide-open senses to take in the activities, weather, animals, and intentions of those around them. In the wild, without this skill, they would die. Their awareness is multi-layered, so they're very present and more relaxed in the moment. In their natural environment, horses' brain waves are consistently slower than those of humans. Faster brainwave states are not conducive to rest, healing, and rejuvenation. Humans generally need to slow down. Okay, I'm just going to read this one more paragraph. When someone learns to be more horse-like in mind and body, they experience life at a frequency where they can connect with and understand the spiritual world. Metaphorically, let us ride into a plane of intelligence and vibration beyond this earthly existence. Here we also connect with and understand the spiritual nature of our universe. Wow. All right. Then there's how to use the oracle, blessing the cards, invoking the horse spirits. Okay, there's a paragraph here that we can read. My heart is open to the wisdom of the horse spirits. I recognize you are sacred beings of the light who carry great insight. I ask that you work with me in a way that serves my highest good and the highest good of any individual I may be helping. As we grow in our relationship, I know and trust that the fitting and useful horse spirit message will arise as I need it. I thank you in advance for your guidance and support. I will do my part to stay receptive to your wisdom. My heart is open to you, and so it is. Isn't that wonderful? And then, they suggest that you spread the deck and pick. All right. And it says, spread the deck in front of you with the images down. Move your left hand around 3 inches above the cards to evoke an energetic connection with the deck. As you move your hand, say, I thank you for your service, insights, and support. Thank you for your beauty, wisdom, and compassion, and so it is. All right, how to draw a card. Fan them out, take a few deep breaths, and ask a question. When you're ready, move your hand across the deck, wait for a sign for where to stop, and select a card. So they don't, different intuitive signs will help you draw your card. The sign can come as an inner voice that says here, yes, or now. You may have a gut impulse or a sensation in your hand or body, such as heat, tingles, or coolness. That's mostly what I do. I can feel something shift in my hand. You may see a flash of light, feel pulled toward a card, or simply know which is your card without any reason or explanation. Trust your knowing and follow it. And repeated suggestions about being centered in yourself, which is always good advice for any kind of reading. Okay, and when you can't get yourself calm and centered, when you're reaching for your cards and you're freaking out and you can't get it to shift, and that's why you're reaching for your cards, this is where your guides come in. Ask your guides to please, help you pick the right one. Please take the wheel so you don't have to rely on a state that you can't reach right then. Okay, 3-card spread. 1, 2, 3, most recent past concerning the present and the future. Okay, simple enough. Some advice on reading for others, how to cleanse your deck during the full moon. It is the full moon as I shoot this. Inverted cards. When a card is upside down, it can mean you are resistant, stuck, or blocked. An inverted card is a way for the horse spirits to say, pay attention to this energy and act on it. I mean, I think that's what you do with any card you pull. That's why you're pulling them. But I can see that it might just be an underline. Most especially, you need to take care of this energy because it's not working right. It's not flowing directly. It's flowing backwards, maybe, Integrating the wisdom and then appreciation. So it's talking about thanking the horse spirits every time you draw a card. Then we have the cards. All right, let's just do this. I do want to read an entire entry on a card. So I'm only going to take one card and see where we go. All right. Horse spirits. What do we need to know today? Spirit of the horse. They're telling me to split it. Well, I'll try to spread it. But I'm getting, split and pick. We'll see how they spread. What do my viewers need to know today? What is a message from the collective for anyone that may be watching this? And at any time they may be watching it, please give me the most useful message for us. They ain't gonna spread, you guys. No. They chunk. So the advice to spread them does not work with the cardstock, which is matte, by the way. Matte, velvety feeling, and you can't go this kind of cardstock and finish. You have to hit with fanning powder or they don't fan. So that's why I was getting the split and pick. All right. We get White Horse, return to your true nature. That's Winter's Rose. Here we are. The keywords are heart coherence, purification, light. The light body of White Horse speaks to the highest level of your soul's expression. A symbol of purification, White Horse will help you release all that does not resonate with your values and truth. Follow this guidance so you may return to your authentic nature aligned with your fullest potential. To receive the illumination of this marvelous being, be the sage willing to surrender the familiar, the ego-based, and short-lived gratification in favor of liberation, service, and honoring the sacred. So right at the beginning, the idea of purification, they define this, and it's wonderful because, they'll talk about do purification things. So what does that mean? Of course, there are levels. But here they are saying that purification is to release, what are you purifying yourself of? To purify means to get rid of something, and it's the toxic things that you may be holding in your system, the things that don't resonate with your true self. So these are, pardon me, elements of the false self that may have gotten installed through experience and trauma. So, good advice. All right, you are being called to return to the light of your true self. If you feel you're already living authentically, an entirely new expression of your soul may be wishing to come forth. It is again time to shed and release more layers. In the physical world, there are many ways to express yourself. However, mundane tasks and responsibilities might feel like they pull you away from your higher purpose. Constantly serving in a way that is unaligned with your unique needs, style, and offerings will bring your spirit down. These actions create inner conflict, disharmony, and dim your light. Horses who roam fields in herds and live in their natural way exist in the space of light. They are in harmony with each moment exactly as they were intended. The magnetic field of their hearts is 5 times greater than humans. Wow. The state of the heart, mind, and emotions are aligned and in sync, creating heart coherence. They are in harmony with self and the environment and are being who they are truly meant to be. When sharing time and space, a horse's heart field can influence a human's heart rate, bringing a human heart into this same coherence. Wow. So you're getting deep information about horses with every card from someone who has vast experience with them, not just, oh, I'm a horse lover and they're pretty. This is amazing. And coaching experience with horses. White horse urges you to purify your mind, emotions, and the physical world that takes you away from your natural way. God, my mouth. From your natural way of being. This will allow more light to project from your core, heart, and entire being, so you can inspire others to honor the path of the soul. It is time for you to create more heart coherence. To guide you toward this greater purpose, White Horse asks you this challenging question. If you only had 1 year left on Earth, what would you choose to do, be, and have? Yeah, that's called a reframe. And you can also reframe by projecting yourself forward to the end of your life, looking back and saying, I am so glad that this is what I did. Or looking back and saying, here is what I regret. That second one is much more powerful. Here is what I regret. Really reframe where your energies are spent in the present moment. Look boldly at what you are doing and what you have wanted to do most of your life. Are you shaping your life so you can express your true values and cast the golden light of purity on all who meet you? If you feel you're holding back your light, begin your purification process by releasing that which does not serve you. Clear clutter, align with your desires, live truthfully, and allow the light of your soul to shine through with joy. What people, and so here's the questions in italics at the end of each card. What people, objects, activities, or responsibilities can you release to make space for your more authentic self? I have an immediate idea of what may fall into this category. Things that you've just sort of been left with from other people. For instance, I've got stuff from my mom and dad that I ended up with when they died that I have no earthly use for, and it's time to move those things out. I'm never going to forget my parents, so keeping them doesn't, time to declutter stuff that you haven't specifically chosen to be in your life, or even things that you've chosen that just aren't serving you right now. What fears, if any, do you have that limit your ability to allow your true essence to shine? How can you create more harmony between your heart, mind, and emotions? What would you spend your time doing? When and how do you connect with the energy of your higher self and soul's expression? How can you bring more of that expression forward? So, yeah, what's our big message for all time, for anybody, anytime they watch this? Get rid of all the shit that isn't really you. Time to get rid of false self. Time to, we go through this, sometimes we go through intensive initiations that we don't choose. For instance, a crisis, a health crisis, losing someone you love, being forced to move out of a beloved place, or, having big change kind of forced on you. And these things can put into, oh, bless you, Pie-Wacket. Oh, darling. No wonder I'm going, he's snoozing too. When you get put through these times, it brings into very sharp focus what's real and what's not real, what counts and what doesn't count. It really shines a harsh light on bullshit, basically. And it can shine a harsh light on the behaviors that you have and, mindsets and things that are bullshit, basically, or part of your false self, maybe part of the ego, part of you being, really self-protective because of trauma. So when those things show themselves, and, they can show themselves by you feeling like a conflict in your life. Things aren't just, really jiving. But when these things show up, that's when you go through, this purification process of, I see this behavior now. I see it with my eyes open. I consciously choose to change this. And then you can, then you do something about it. So, wow, yes, I'm in love with this deck. They're absolutely beautiful. The messages are wonderful. This certainly feels like a one-card pull deck, because there's a lot of information. Well, let's just take a look for a shorty reading. Spirit of Youth, Bathing in Flowers. Spring Birth, Bathe in Nature, Foundations. All right, let me see. Maybe I remember to balance my rest and rejuvenation, contribute. So there, I look for a paragraph that says, if you've picked this card, if this card comes into, if this full bounces into your life today, this is what it means. Energy can be remember to balance growth and exploration with rest and recovery. Rest and rejuvenation, contribute to a sturdy and resilient foundation. So this is talking about resting. And it says you've been in a long winter, you've toiled, struggled, and felt there may not be another spring in your life. The foal is here to tell you otherwise. So that, or you can just go to the questions at the end. Rather than reading, I would think that when you're getting used to this deck, every card you pull, you're going to read the whole entry. There's so much information there. But as you go on, it's great to just kind of scan and see what sentences might pop out to you. But those keywords, bathe in nature, spring birth, foundations, renewal, all that kind of stuff, rest and renewal. So yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. If you're a fan of horses, absolutely, you want it. I don't think there's another horse deck, is there, of any kind? Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and please hit like so more people can see my stuff. This weekend I hit 2,200 subscribers. Yay! So, and subscribe if you haven't. Move me towards 2,300. Oh my God, you guys. So yeah, I'm going to bumble through the rest of my Monday. I hope yours is less bumbly than mine. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time on an unboxing or a live stream. And until then, this is Luna. Blessed be.